The only warning sign on the cabin was a single sentence, carved in what looked like dried blood on the doorway. "This is not your place." I cleaned it off and rented the cabin anyway. It was the biggest mistake of my life.
Hello everyone, welcome to Mystery Tales.
My name is Eric. My job is UI/UX design, a completely online job that only required a laptop and a reliable satellite internet connection. To escape the pressures of Los Angeles, I rented a remote cabin on Oak Island, Nova Scotia, Canada. The island is famous worldwide for the Money Pit, a mysterious hole that treasure hunters believe is guarded by an ancient curse. I had no interest in the legends. My cabin was at the end of a dirt road, far from the excavation noise. The cabin's details. It was built of dark timber, and its back faced directly toward the Atlantic Ocean. It was surrounded by a low wooden fence, encircled by ancient pine trees whose branches reached out like dark claws, obscuring the sky. My days were simple. Coffee in the morning, a few hours of work. In the evenings, I'd walk the beach, watching the tide. At night, after a simple dinner, I'd light the stone fireplace and work on my code until midnight. The first week was pure peace. But then I realized the silence was unnatural. No singing birds, not even a curious raccoon. It was as if something in this part of the island caused every living creature to stay away. One night, around 11 p.m., I was working when I heard a sound from outside. Not the wind, but a sound of scraping. A sharp, continuous sound, as if someone was obsessively carving wood with an old knife. I went to the window. In the darkness, I saw a tall man in old fishing clothes and a hat that completely hid his face. He was standing right at the edge of the yard, next to a dead tree trunk, working on it with an unseen tool. I yelled, "Hey, what are you doing out there?" The man stopped, but did not turn his head. After a few moments of dead silence, he started scraping again, but this time faster and more violently. It was deeply unsettling, as if he knew I was watching and was doing this solely to provoke me. I locked the doors and stayed awake all night. The next morning, I cautiously went to the dead tree. The marks were clear. The man had carved several words onto the wood. "What you find does not belong to you." And right below it, a bizarre symbol, a set of irregular circles and lines. I searched my own books and realized this symbol was identical to the cryptic markings found in the Money Pit's deepest layers. I was the only one who knew about that image in my little cabin library. How did that man know? That same night, the scraping sound started again, this time much closer. It sounded like the man was standing right against the cabin wall. I peered through the keyhole. I couldn't see him, but I saw a small piece of wet wood pushed under the door jamb. I am certain it hadn't been there minutes ago. I shined my flashlight on it. carved meticulously with a needle or a blade was a single word: Eric. I fled immediately. I didn't care about locking up or taking my belongings. I grabbed my car key, threw the door open, and drove off the island at top speed without looking back. I never returned to that cabin. The man never knocked, but he sent his message clearly through my walls. He knew my name, and he had been watching me all along. What do you think? Was that man really the talisman and guardian of the treasure and the vaults? Please comment.